Bienvenidos a todos a mi garaje. Today we have this knackered old saw and it needs a little bit of work. And quite honestly, it never really ran all that well. I say for about 5 years it was cold, hard to start, really didn't want to wind out good till finally somebody got really aggravated with it, took it off and adjusted the carburetor, because in through here we had these little, you know, quarter turn adjusters, don't mess with type things unless you get really aggravated. Somebody finally took it down and leaned it out, worked real good. However, we discovered it had what I think was a little bit of a design flaw. But before we get to that, we have a bag of bits. And we're going to put this thing, we're going to see if we can't put this back together, because quite honestly, I'd really like to have like a nice new steel or something like that, and like the, I guess either the 311 or the 291, probably 291, to get the 20-inch bar. But in so doing, they kind of want some money for them, and about all in that same kind of 50 cc or so kind of area of 20-inch bar, anything in that range is going to be close to running a semi-chisel or a chisel chain, something like that's going to cost me about $500. And I'm a bit parsimonious. So anyway, one of the things that precipitated this move was this repair is, and we'll get a camera shot in on this, is the muffler kept falling off and it already had an issue. So what do you say, Joey, you get the camera over here and get a shot of this and we'll do it. Okay, you got her set up good. Okay, well, you got it set up, so I'll go ahead and show it. This is the old one, and as you can see, the entire back rotted off of it, and that affected what I call the back plate. And I'll show you, they've done a little bit of redesign to it, but it just kind of wallowed out, fell apart with vibration over time. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's get a shot right in on the section right here. Yeah, get in real tight on that right there. You got it? All right. All right, right here is, of course, let me turn it around there, is, of course, where the chain brake is. And if you'll see right here, get around there. Yeah, you got it, you got it. Right there, of course, is the exhaust on the muffler. So the exhaust on the muffler blows directly on the chain brake. And it goes something like this. So you can imagine, you see what we got going on there? Whoever designed this thing designed it so that the only exhaust port on the muffler blows directly on the safety mechanism. And actually, I don't know, can you get in there and get that? It looks like it does a real good job of melting plastic. And I think that was actually after the holes wallowed out on the saw, so I can't blame all of that down here on the lower bit on that, but certainly up here on the top. Now, I personally called to report that to the manufacturer, and they told me everything was fine. There's some new nuts, exhaust gasket, where is it here? And then we happen to notice that they have changed the design. I'll take this off. If you'll notice, the plate is right here. It's just a simple plate that causes the air that blows across the cylinder, engine cylinder, just right across here. And you see that it's just, that's it, nothing there. The new design, let's get this open. Man, can you drop that a little bit? Actually, goes in there like that, and whoa, what is that? Oh my gosh, that looks like a heat diffuser, a blocker, something to keep the chain brake from melting off. Who would have thunk it? And this little dude goes into the cylinder as a heat isolator. So who would have thought the manufacturer would make something out of plastic that the exhaust blows directly on, melting off a key safety feature like that. Can we see that? Can we see the angle which that muffler mounts? Does that look like it blows directly on that piece? I just don't know. I don't want to speak ill of a manufacturer, but I certainly would have thought that would have classified as a design flaw, but they might not have. They certainly weren't willing to send me a safety device chain brake for free. I had to buy it. And of course, we'll be putting this thing together and getting together. New filter every so often, new spark plug, no big deal. It won't take but a little bit, half a mo to get this thing turned out. And I'd say $50, may say $500. What do you think? Well, let's get cracking, shall we? Well, there you go. $50 is a lot cheaper than $500. I'd say darn close to a tenth of it. We'll see we go out there in the yard and see if we can't get this old nasty thing started up. A little cold nature, but it'll work.